Hey, barbecue family!
Happy Friday, everybody!
How's everybody doing? We got Fritz Frank, we got Hot Tommy, times two. I see both the Hot Tommies.
Oh, we got Hot Tommy times two.
We got Mike, we got James, we've got Lance. How's everybody doing? Guys, check out that purple fridge. That was here in the nick of time. Literally arrived moments before we started the show today. I was so glad because I didn't think that was going to happen. That looked like it was such a close call.
Guys, let's get up our graphic for this. Guys, we need to give a special thank you to Unique Appliances, who have provided the most colorful element to this grill studio.
Look at how beautiful it is.
And if anyone's wondering, because we get a lot of questions about the fridge in the bunker, which is underneath the grill studio. So we were like, you know what? Why don't we have a Unique Appliance fridge in the grill studio? So we went with the purple. Purple's my favorite color. It also happens to be Hot Tommy's favorite color.
Our last fridge was lame, like stainless steel. So yesterday.
So 2019.
I'm over it. I wanted a fridge for my own personal fridge is stainless steel, and now I'm like, what am I even doing?
Me too. I'm like, how am I even dealing with that?
No, it's so not as cool.
Once you go purple, you can't go back. Look at it, all just like matches.
Yeah, these are becoming like our theme colors.
But yeah, guys, we are here at the grill studio. We're happy to be here with you guys. We got the 10th man in the show. You guys know who mans this show.
I just bug sprayed him hardcore.
Yeah, because last time, I don't know if you guys remember, he was just like spritzing into the air. Like, I don't know.
And it did nothing, and the bugs are biting. My ankles have got like 20 bites on them.
He didn't know what the heck to do.
No, he didn't.
We got Becca in the house. She's saying, can't tell who's cuter, M&K or Miss Purple. Okay, I guess that's the name of the fridge.
Cute.
Becca, I like the name.
I really like that. I feel like if you scratch that fridge, it should smell like grape. Like, does it not look like that?
Grape pop, yes.
No, grape lip smackers, like circa 2000.
I'm into it.
That's
guys,
the vibe I'm
Bay
getting.
State Barbecue saying, ladies. And he's saying, I'm back. Let's go, ladies.
Here we go.
We're happy you're back, buddy. We got Michael McGuire saying, good afternoon, Maddie and Kiki. Michael's from Ottawa. We were in Ottawa earlier this week. I felt like we were there for 9 months. We were there for like 3 days.
It was intense. Yeah, it was a very intense 3 days, but we were there. Now we're back. I'm so glad we made it back in time to be with you guys this Friday. Hey, Steve, if I didn't already say hi to you. I don't remember.
Hey, Steve, we're going to have an awesome episode, guys, as we always do. We only stand for good vibes only in the grill studio. You guys know that. We ain't got time for anything negative. We ain't got time. I ain't got time for that.
No, well, you're going to have time for it.
I don't know why she pretends to juggle. She doesn't know how to juggle, and then she ends up dropping stuff and splashing all over the set, okay?
These would be better for that.
We got Mike Bierman saying no After Dark today. Mikey, we did send out the link for After Dark. We sent an email version this time. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's why we don't juggle the
That's what I'm talking about. Sit and stand still.
Okay.
But Mikey, if you didn't get it, I will send it to you personally before After Dark kicks in, because it ain't the same without you, pal. We need you there.
All right, who got first on the grill? Temp, hit me with it.
Bat 13.
He's back.
Give it to him. He's a living legend. Bat, congrats, buddy.
Way to go, Bat 13. It is Mosquito City in here.
Yeah.
It
really
is cold. I don't know. We're in like winter clothes again.
It is chilly here.
The bugs are out.
It's chilly here today, guys, but we're going to warm it up soon.
Yeah.
We're going to get the grill fired up. Adrian's in the house. He's saying happy birthday yesterday for Kiki.
Thanks, Adrian. I don't know how you knew
that. Sweet, Adrian. I know, what the heck? How do you have this inside scoop? Because we're not necessarily the biggest birthday gals.
Okay, it's Friday.
And the fact that you knew that is really sweet of you, Adrian. You're so sweet.
I'm trying to get my groove on, and you're taking forever.
I want to get my groove on too, guys.
I thought you were going to do it with the guest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay,
you thought you were going to do it with the guests? Can we not say that?
No, the dance.
The guest is like, I didn't sign up for this, girls.
Like, okay. I
didn't sign up for this. But yeah, guys, let's actually do that with our guest. So before we even bring him in, we need to tell you guys that this guy actually goes by, he's a taco Jedi, okay?
I love that.
He's a brand ambassador. And honey, I don't know if you remember this, but this particular individual who we love, he's one of our uncles. On this very show a couple years back, he shared that he made out with the one and only Gwen Stefani at a high school party back in high school. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Before Gwen Stefani rose to Gwen Stefani fame, he happened to give her a little smoochy smooch on a high school party.
Did anybody fact check that though?
Exactly. But back then there weren't phones, so how how can we even like prove if that's actually true?
All right. You know him, you love him. His name is Uncle Chico.
Let's bring him on. Hey, Uncle Chico, how are you, buddy?
How are you, Uncle Chico? Nice to
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear us?
Uh-oh, what about now?
Tim, give us some volume. Can you hear us now, Uncle Chico?
Nothing?
I can't hear. I can't hear. Uh-oh.
Okay. The temp's on it. Hang on. Hang tight.
Can't hear.
Okay. We
Okay.
can hear you, though.
Okay,
This is entertaining from our perspective.
Uncle Chico, yeah, let's remove him and then
All
let's
right,
have
can you
him
hear
get,
me?
get back it. Can you, Uncle
I guess
Chico?
everyone can you hear me?
Yeah,
Because
we
I
can
can't hear you.
Okay. We're going to try again.
All right, guys, we're going to try again. Temp, let's remove him from the stream. And then Uncle Chico, I don't know why I'm talking because he can't hear
He
us. Hopefully
can't.
he gets back in here.
I'm doing like weird gesturing that hopefully he understands, but it's
I'm going to
live.
give him a message to tell him to get
right.
back in because, guys, we ain't giving up on this.
No, we're
Uncle
not.
Chico is incredible, and we need, let's Temp, are you going to try adding him again? Oh,
he's
kick
kicking
from
him out.
studio. Okay. All
We're
right.
going to keep trying because Uncle Chico is awesome. And if you don't know Uncle Chico, you should know Uncle Chico because he is a lot of fun. We've known him for quite a while. He's always like messing around with us because
Guys, the guy played tonsil hockey with Gwen Stefani.
Did
Okay,
he actually?
yes.
That is why. How do I not remember this? That is so cool. Okay, if you haven't already said hi to Barbecue Mama, make sure you say hi to her because she's hanging out in the chat with our friend Barbecue Lupe, also who was being a little bit of a bad girl like 2 minutes before the show.
All right, guys, I just
right.
sent a message to Uncle
He's
Chico.
back.
Let's see. Oh, he is back. Okay, let's see if this
Let's see
works.
if we
Guys,
got
this
him.
is a live show, okay? That's what happens.
Uncle
Uncle
Chico.
Chico, can you hear us?
I can hear you perfect now.
No.
Yay! The temp
Leave
did
it to the temp. Let's
You
give
know,
it up to the temp.
The key is just hitting that microphone button. I'm not very smart. I know I'm really good looking and stuff, but there's not much up here.
You're right. You nailed the good looking part. And you know what? That's a lot of it, okay?
I love the hat, Uncle Chico.
Now,
Love-
Uncle Chico, you didn't hear our intro, but I was sharing with Key that a couple years back, you shared on this very show that you actually played tonsil hockey with the one and only Gwen Stefani. Can you confirm that?
Is that true?
It actually is. It actually is. I'm
I
from
didn't
Orange.
think-
I'm from Orange County, so it's. I remember when No Doubt was really big, and they used to play just down the street, and it was before she was Gwen Stefani. She was just this skinny white girl from Anaheim. So yeah, true.
Do you have
True
pics
story.
to prove it?
Funny that you actually remember that.
I remember that because you shared it live on the story on this show, and it took my breath away. I was like, I do believe it because Uncle Chico's a West Coaster, so I'm like, that adds up. They are in the same area. I believed him. I believed you, Uncle
Now,
Chico.
okay, follow-up question. Was she a good kisser?
Oh,
I don't remember. I don't remember.
safe answer. It's safe.
All
That's
right.
safe.
Safe answer.
The question was I a good kisser? Obviously, probably not, because now she's famous and I'm just a backyard local legend or whatever I am.
You are,
So-
and let's actually get a good glimpse of what's going on behind you because you know that we are Weber kettle gals. We love a Weber kettle, and that's more than I've ever seen.
That's a lot.
And
Well,
the colors.
And the sad thing is that's not all of them, and that's probably why I'm still single. So a lot of people have girlfriends or wives or partners. I have Weber kettles, and I have a side yard with so I did a count. I've actually sold a couple because I'm trying to declutter and not be such a hoarder, because I realize the first thing is to admit you have a problem, and I have a problem. I've gotten rid of about 4 or 5, so I think I'm down to 30. I've got the
Wow.
Weber Performers on the side yard. These are all here, and then I've got some colored Smoky Joes. So, and I just got the red, white, and blue Star Spangled Banner one that they
I
sell.
love that one.
I don't know if they sell it in Canada, but it's pretty cool.
Now, do you use all of them, or are you just like a collector?
I actually do cook on all of these. All of these are none of these these are all for use.
Wow.
I think
So
that's
what I'm
awesome,
trying to
Uncle
do,
Chico.
and if you ladies want to come over, before I sell them all, I want to have all my friends over, and I want to just get them in a big circle, and I want everyone to cook like one chicken wing on them. So
Okay, Okay, that would be so cool and such a memorable moment. I'm in. I'm
I feel
already
like
in for that.
I feel like you're gonna need a drone to be right in the middle of that circle and just take off
Yeah.
and see everyone placing a wing on the grill at the exact
I
same
think
time.
it'd be awesome. And
Yeah, I
the
think
funny
so
story
too.
is the first time I ever saw both of you on social media, I can remember as clear as yesterday.
Oh,
It
no, I
was
don't know
when
if I
you
wanna hear
guys
this.
you guys did a video, and I believe you guys were on a box of a Weber Kettle Ranch, and you were dancing on top of the ranch. I think it was a box or something. You had just gotten a Weber. I think it was the ranch, which
It
I
was
the first time I've had every single Weber, but I've never had a ranch. And actually, it was the first time I had a friend let me borrow it. I cooked on it this past weekend with Al Fragoni, the master of live fire cooking. But I remember the first time I ever saw it, and I thought, first of all, these girls are super cute. And I'm like, but the energy that you had, I was like, I'm going to be friends with these ladies some days, because I'm like, they're on top of a Weber dancing, doing the Cabbage Patch. What's more Uncle Chico than that?
And Uncle Chico, we've been friends ever since.
Yes, and that actually it wasn't a ranch. We've cooked on the ranch before, and we actually had never owned one.
No,
It
that was
can
a summit.
It can still happen, but it was the summit, and we just wanted to show that, because I'm sorry, if you don't feel like that when you're welcoming a new girl to your repertoire, what's wrong with you? That's just a
Exactly.
natural emotion that we felt, and we are like, let's throw up a camera.
And I'm just going to say it now. I was a little late. I was behind the stage, or whatever you guys call it. I've always it's been my bucket list to kind of do the Friday dance with Maddie and Kiki.
I think we can make that happen today, Uncle
Can we
Chico.
make it happen? Can Barbecue Pops put on some music, or we don't even need that? We just need the song, right? A cappella.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Yeah, you have the sweet, sweet sounds of music coming from our voices.
And if
so.
you wanted to join in vocally, you wanted to hit me with a backup vocal. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at it, but the dance is
I'm more of
mandatory,
a backup. I'm more of a backup dancer, kind of like J-Lo, circa
Cool.
the '80s and In Living Color. That's more my gig.
Okay,
I
here we
love
go.
it.
Are you ready?
So you take the lead, because I know
Yep.
if we were dancers, Kiki would definitely be front and center.
No,
I'm not gonna lie, Maddie. We're gonna
Mads,
we're gonna put you in the back a little bit. We're gonna hide you maybe behind me, because it's more the Jennifer Aniston kind of awkward dance. But we still love how you dance. It's all about the love. It's here. It's not the actual rhythm.
Oh.
I second that, Uncle Chico. I always say dance like no one's watching.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
so
a quote
here it
that
is.
I live up to. All right,
Kiki's
guys,
in
are
the
we ready
front.
for this?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Let's
Kiki's in the
do-
front. Mad's in
No
the
pressure.
Mad. You're kind of in the corner. Just kind of move a little bit behind
We're
her,
on
because we
either
don't.
side of Kiki. We're
Okay,
on either
I'll be
side
right
of
in the
Kiki.
center.
All right, here
Okay,
we go.
Okay, ready?
Let's do this. Friday,
Friday.
yes, it's Friday. Oh yeah, I love those moves.
Yeah, I like it too.
You know what, Uncle Chico? I feel like those are leading man moves, though. He kind of like sold himself a little bit short.
That
and
was
I feel like
giving-
that needs to be front and center.
That was giving main character energy.
Totally.
I didn't want to upstage anyone, so we know who the real stars are, and I gotta let the stars be stars. Sometimes you got to stand in the background and let the stars shine.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
After
Uncle
all, it is
Chico,
M and K. It's not M, K, and C yet.
I like the sounds of that. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie, that actually sounds good. But Uncle Chico, we're very happy that you are here with us for Ravenous Rewind. And the question that we have for you today, which I'm very curious about, what was your go-to after-school snack if you had to pick?
Okay, you're gonna laugh, but my mom is from Chihuahua, Mexico. So, like, of course, everything I did, why I cook is because of my mom. But my mom used to make the most simple meal, and it's something that I used to have. So she would sit on this little old bench, this little chair. It was a wooden chair, and she would warm up corn tortillas. We had a gas range,
Ooh.
so she would warm up corn tortillas so they almost got burnt. And then she would get an avocado, and literally she would cut the avocado into slices and mash it on the corn tortilla. And then she would get a piece of cheese, whatever cheese we had, and slice a piece of cheese. And then in Los Angeles, there's a company called El Pato, and it's kind of like a spicy Mexican tomato sauce. You guys would probably call it a hot sauce, but it's got a duck. It's iconic. So if you're Mexican American, you put it on eggs, you put it on everything. So literally it was corn tortilla, avocado, slice of cheese, and El Pato. And that's was like my jam, my snack till this day. My mom passed away when I was 17. It's like the thing that, like, literally every time I sit down and do that, like, it's almost as if my mom's with me. So that was like my go-to snack. And still till this day, it's like, I don't even need cheese. I can just do corn tortilla, avocado, a little bit of salt, and el pato, or like your favorite hot sauce. And that's like my jam, snack. Even after school, I'm long out of school now, but it's still my snack, go-to snack.
That sounds so good, and that's making me want that so bad.
Me too. And I love like the simplicity of it. Like sometimes people can go overboard with like piling on, but like that's just so simple. And so I bet it tasted so good.
Now, did she make the corn tortillas?
So the funny story is my mom never made corn tortillas, but in northern Mexico and Chihuahua, they're famous for flour tortillas. So my abuelita, my grandma, she they were very poor. So like when they came to visit from Mexico, they didn't bring us money or toys or anything like that. But literally what they would do is we would run to the market, and my grandma and grandpa would make probably 500 flour tortillas from scratch.
Whoa.
So they would start and they would fill out the whole, we had one of those old school kitchen tables with a range, and my grandpa was responsible. All he did was he made the little balls, the little bolitas, and then they would put, like, it was kind of ghetto, but I guess it's just a Mexican thing. They would line the table with layers of like black trash bags, and they would cut them and line them and put flour on them, and they put the little ones. And then my grandma with a rolling pin would literally make handmade flour tortillas, and we would freeze them. And like even all my friends that used to come over 20, 30 years later, they would just be like, oh, remember when your grandma used to make, we were punk little kids, surfer kids with our shirts off. She would she didn't speak any English. So she would throw the hot flour tortilla, and it would hit them on the back, and they would, like that. So, but they still remember, the two things to remember is, and then what we used to do is just put a fresh flour tortilla and put butter and a little bit of salt. That's like the quintessential. And like, I've been trying to make them for, ever since I was in my, she was really the one that inspired me to cook, but I've been trying to replicate them. I can get them pretty good. I've probably made thousands and thousands of tortillas, but my uncle says she started making tortillas when she was like 5 or 6. So she probably made tens and hundreds of thousands of tortillas. But yeah, so no corn tortillas, but I love flour tortillas. But like if I'm just eating them with avocado, like corn tortillas. But I live in Southern California, so there's like literally tortillerias on like I can go within 15 minutes and have, so why make them when I could just have the little old ladies that are making them in the stores here.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
so
feel like
good.
Imagine like being in that area and just having that like at your disposal. You can just go to all those different places.
And the ingredients and also, by the way, Uncle Chico, that is not trash, because Italians do the same type of thing. If you're doing work in the kitchen, trash bags on the table is step number 1.
It makes for an easy cleanup.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally. I mean, I could only imagine just, I love Italians because I think Italian culture, it's that Latin culture. So it's kind of the same thing. We cook with love. It's the way we express love, and just like that's the most intimate thing you could do is share food with other people. So, Sunday sauce and Sunday tortillas, there's not much difference.
Exactly.
It's so true. And like, but all those cultures are all about family.
Yeah.
And also not being afraid to whip out the old wooden spoon every now and then too.
I got a beating. I'm pretty sure you got a beating.
No,
It's part of it.
in Mexican culture, well, there's the wood spoon, but there's also the chancla. We call it the power of the chancla, which is like just the sandal. So like, I was not scared of my dad, but I was, till this day, I still have nightmares about my mom. And then what my mom would do is she would run around and chase me with the chancla and hit me with the chancla if she got mad at me. And you would kind of laugh because my mom was a little heavy set and she had really bad arthritis. She kind of like wobbled around like a little duck. But and then you would laugh and she would get even more mad. And then she would, the broom, the chancla, and the wood spoon. That's just quintessential Mexican mom punishment.
Yeah, there's a lot
Very
of crossover.
similar. Yeah, it's very interchangeable for the cultures.
All right, Uncle Chico, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. For everybody watching, where can they find you on all social media platforms?
Okay, so I'm Uncle Chico's Barbecue. I'm here local in Southern California. Stay tuned. I got a lot of fun stuff doing. I'm going to Texas in November for the Texas meetup. I'm actually going to be in Canada with Dark Side of the Grill, Mel Schmiller, who's a good friend of mine, in September. I'm doing a couple events. I'm cooking with my good friend Chef Bonotto, who just won Cutthroat Kitchen. In July, we're doing something local in LA. He does a cannabis club, supper club. So I'm going to be cooking with him. So follow me on Uncle Chico's Barbecue. I'm basically on Instagram. I'm just, your local taco jetto, but I'm a food historian. I love food. I love to tell stories. And someone said that maybe I may have my first cookbook coming up next year that I'm working on right now. And it may involve something. I can't say it now. I want to say it, but I can't. But maybe you'll find out before everyone else does, because
I hope so, Uncle Chico. We love you, buddy.
He loves us.
We love him too.
All right, thank you so much, Uncle Chico. We hope you have a
and by the
fantastic-
way, I love the purple fridge. And I think what you should have done as your intro music, it was muted, but I think you should have played Prince Purple Rain. Just
I think we
saying.
could have been demonetized, but that would have been really
I think
nice.
it would have been
Purple rain, purple rain. Yeah, Prince is the king.
He certainly is.
All right, thanks, Uncle Chico.
All right,
Have a great
love you
weekend.
guys. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Would
What
you
a little
believe?
sweetie?
Would you believe that's the first time we ever spoke to him in real time?
I don't get it because, guys, we, like Uncle Chico said, a lot of us have been following each other for like literally years now. And we've said many times, the barbecue family, we're an online community. But when you do meet up with people in the barbecue family, when you actually get to this opportunity to speak with them or to meet up, like better yet, to actually meet up, it's so weird because it's like instant friends. Not with everybody. I will be clear, not with everybody.
Certainly not.
But with most people that we've met, it's been a wonderful experience with the barbecue family. So I'm not surprised that, like I am, and I'm not surprised that was our first time talking to Uncle Chico.
Same with me. Okay, we got to get cooking because this potato salad is not going to make itself. And we're also making, we got Flirty Murdy on cross hatching some dogs again, even though she's already done, she did that last week, but she's doing it all over again to show you her technique. I'm doing it again
because some people were asking, can I slow it down? And I thought I was slowing it down as much as possible.
Okay, so we're making a grilled onion 4x4 potato salad. So you might be asking yourself, Maddie and Kiki, why is it called a 4x4 potato salad? And the reason for that simply is because it has 4 types of onions in it.
Guys, not 1, not 2.
And actually,
not 3, but 4.
No, actually, believe it or not, it actually has 5.
Okay, buddy.
I counted again.
Did you just go with 4x4 because that's a cool name?
I went by 4x4. I went with 4x4 because I have my truck on my mind constantly. Don't make fun of me. I'm looking at you. Stop making fun of me for driving my truck still.
She's obsessed with her 2010 Nissan Frontier. HT loves hitting her too about that.
Okay, but I've been thinking about her a lot lately. Her name is Loveline, and she's been on my mind because she's struggling, guys. She is just having a time lately, and I'm still fixing her up. It's my goal to have her here till at least 300,000.
Whoa!
And I'm at like
I ain't believing that. That ain't happening. I will say that right now.
And I'm at 275, I think. Right now.
Actually, you're getting up there.
So yeah, I am getting up there. I think it'll happen.
All right, guys, I want to bring your attention once again. This is 2 weeks back to back. We're to the actual. This is actually weenies this time, right? What do we got here?
Okay, those are actually cheddar smokies.
Okay, cheddar smokies. So I'm going to bring you guys back to the cross hatching of this dog. I feel like I could have gone a little fast there, so I will show you again. You're going to take your dog. Guys, you're going to grip that dog, okay? Just from last week.
We're going to do it again.
And then you're just going to put your knife on an angle and just slowly run it down your dog. Your weenie, whatever you want. Your sausage, you can do this to sausages, whatever you want. And then you're just going to turn it, grip it, and then do it again on the other side. It's the easiest, quickest thing. It looks a little bit confusing, but that's why we did it again, because people were wondering.
All right, I see Saucy Rossi's showing some interest in my truck.
Hey, Saucy Rossi.
Someone cares. Maddie doesn't, but someone else cares. She's, like Maddie said, she's a 2010 Nissan, bright cherry red Nissan Frontier, and her name's Loveline. And I've had her for so long, I can't picture life without her. Someone's going to have to pry her out of my cold, dead hands.
And that someone will be me. I'm always telling Keith, please don't take her on the highway. I don't think she's roadworthy.
She doesn't do when you go to hit your truck and lock it and it goes bang, bang.
She don't do that.
She don't do the
She
dings.
don't do that anymore.
No, she doesn't anymore.
Guys, we got Uncle Chico in the house saying, by the way, sending love to Lupita. He's saying that to Kiki's little pup named Lupita.
Hi, Fred, saying hugs to Barbecue Mama. Okay, so the first onion in the onion 4x4 grilled potato salad is a sweet onion, one of these. Now, I've cut one by accident because I wasn't paying attention. Don't do as I say, not as I do.
What?
I cut one, but we're going to grill one of them.
Funny.
And then it's okay because they can go in the basket.
Oh, okay,
It's
that's a
always
good
right
save.
in the world.
That's a good save.
And then the second onion are these little tiny, what are these called? Shallots.
Or shallots.
Or shallots. Okay, so these have been blanched already, and we're taking the skins off of them. The reason why we blanch them is simply to be able to take the skins off. And then what I like to do, and this isn't mandatory, cut them into 4 because then you get more surface area on them, and then they get nice and caramelized on the grill.
Mm-hmm. I love that idea. Guys, I'm going to give you a little pro tip. If this isn't the biggest tip you take home today, I don't know what is.
What is it?
When you are grilling outside, I'm going to bring your attention right here. You got one cutting board. You see one. Oh, there's 2. There's 2 cutting boards. You give it the little flippity flop there and you're ready to go.
Not according to the health unit, but they're not here right now.
They're not here. And guys, we're all going to keep it quiet. Okay. We got Kathy in the house saying, nice interview, Uncle Chico. Yeah, Uncle Chico, that absolutely rocked. We have been following Uncle Chico for a long time now, and he's just one of our faves.
Yeah.
He's one of our faves.
He's a cutie. Okay, so the reason why I'm taking the skins off our shallots and putting them in a bowl is because we're gonna add them. We want like varying levels of onion flavor for this salad. So we're gonna add some to a vegetable basket that goes on a grill. This thing is awesome because if you're making veg that are like finer that might slip through the grates of a grill, you put them in that basket and you don't have to worry about losing them, but you still are able to grill them. So for the shallots, that's what we're going to use. And then we're going to direct heat grill an onion as well because that gives a lot of flavor as well.
All right, guys, can I please get some love at the grill here? This is something that I don't really typically do. Guys, I've shared on the show before. I'm a going against the grain kind of gal. Usually I like to put things that way because that's how you get the good grill marks. But in this case, because we've actually taken the time to do our smokies cross-hatched, just to keep them facing down, it actually is like beneficial to keep them in the grooves. Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised at you. You never do that.
Yeah, I know, but I just do it because it's because once they get going, they get popping and then they start to roll a little bit. Saucy Rossi saying that grill is slick.
Yeah,
it really is. Saucy Rossi.
We're also gonna I saw Evil Llama asked if there's any fresh garlic. Evil Llama, absolutely there is, and I'm making Flirty Murdy chop some.
Evil Llama, you asked and you shall receive. Check it out. She only gave me one clove today. We just got one. Okay, so I'm actually going to go at it because as those are on the grill, I'm going to be making something that we call trash panda sauce. Okay, and that's basically just you get different elements from your fridge and you throw them all into a sauce, and then people taste it and they're like, "Ooh, like look at all those different elements," and you're like, "It's what I had hanging out in my fridge." So we got some mustard. We have some prepared some pickled Canadian horseradish and some mayo.
Out of curiosity, where you live, do people call raccoons trash pandas? Because that's where we got that name.
Yep.
Because they just eat out of the trash and they eat everything. Hence the name of the sauce. Now, ICHT is commenting on my squinting. I cannot see, and I should be wearing my
glasses. I feel like I can barely see today too. What is happening?
Yeah, I feel like I should be wearing my glasses, but they are cramp my style, and I'm not ready to wear glasses 24/7. Even though the eye doctor has said I should be,
she should.
I just am not. I'm choosing to just not. And what's anybody going to do about it? Okay.
Saucy Rossi. Oh, yeah, bud. Trash pandas are constant. They are in our neck of the woods. Guys, I know in different places in the world, people have different issues. Like New York is known for the rat. Like that's like the, I don't know if they have if they have trash pandas, aka raccoons
New York,
there.
yes, they do.
Do that, but rats are like way more like their thing.
How do you know? Since when did you become an expert on New
Look,
York?
I've been there once in my life. Okay.
Okay, so the third onions, we've got a sweet onion, we've got shallots, we've got green onion. What am I forgetting? Oh wait, no, I'm not going to tell you the last. So I came up with 5. The 4th one is onion powder, and I'm not going to tell you the 5th one yet. We're saving that. The 5th one is a secret, and I don't know if you know the secret.
I think I'm locking eyes with the secret. Pal.
Don't look at the
I
secret.
can see it.
No,
and
the
I love
secret's
them.
not out. Don't give the secret
We
away.
got Fritz Frank saying we got a family of 4 trash pandas living in our neighbor's shed, and he ain't doing anything about it. Oh my goodness, Fritz Frank, has that little family migrated over to your area? Because my goodness.
That is nuts.
Adrian is saying Australia has bin chickens. Interesting.
What are they though?
I'm picturing like, is that like a pigeon? Maybe
I don't know,
Actually,
but-
New York has that too. Why am I giving like a lesson on New York?
Yeah,
As a Canadian gal, what the heck?
and having been there for like 1 weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, I've done what I said not to do in the recipe. When you're cutting your onion, it's Friday, everybody. Cut me some slack, okay? When you're cutting your onion, keep the root attached because it makes for easier grilling. I didn't do that here, so this is going to be an adventure for all. This is a make your own adventure.
Guys, that's what this show is. Now, you guys know I don't like doing the garlic, but can I just get some love for it? Because your girl can mince. Your girl doesn't like mincing, but your girl can mince.
I'm just still mystified by the fact that you ran through those sausages that fast. How are those?
I know. The whole point
What
was
time
for
is
me
it?
to slow it down, and I don't know if I did.
Buddy,
Okay?
I don't know what happened there. It was like I blinked and I turned around and there's like 8 sausages in the grill.
Let's
Well
actually
done.
yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Flirty Murdy.
That's my one-handed clap. Okay, let's actually check out the grill and see what's happening here. Okay, let's give these a little bit of a spin. Actually, no, not yet. Look at you guys. Oh my goodness, look at that one. Guys, come on.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Actually, we will spin these. Smokies are like forgiving. You don't need to like be like so particular with them. So we're just gonna spin them, get the lid down, keep it moving. Okay.
Smokies are those are actually pre-cooked as well. So
Yeah.
technically you could just raw dog that, so to speak. But you're just raw dogging by eating a raw dog that's not raw. Okay.
I'm gonna keep that moving.
Okay, let's
I'm gonna keep that moving.
Let me dress this because this is we're a very critical
Now
moment.
I've forgotten what I'm saying. This is that.
This is a critical moment.
Ooh, what
Pay
is
attention.
this is a critical moment.
Blueberry balsamic. You don't have to use this. You could use regular balsamic, but the reason we use balsamic, this one's like a bit on the thicker side. It's kind of like that balsamic glaze you can buy, but I like it because it does have a hint of blueberry. And the reason we're using balsamic is to help caramelize these when they hit the grills. We're going to hit them with a little bit of oil and some S&P. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could use a barbecue rub. I've been obsessed with this thing. So this is a salt grinder. Is that not so cool?
It is.
I got Will Plunk sent this to us, actually.
I love it. Now, guys, I'm going to bring your attention. I'm just mixing up our sauce here. This is actually we always love to bring game changers to you guys. This is a herbed horseradish. And I always like to tell people that's a big spoonful there, but you got to taste as you go.
Oh, buddy, you're going to regret that in about 10 seconds. Wait till it hits the schnoz. There you go. It's happening.
Everyone's looking at this schnoz. You guys know this schnoz can take it.
These things are happening.
Ooh, things are happening. All right. But no, I can take it. It's not my first rodeo, pal.
Things are happening.
It's not my first rodeo. That is really delicious. It's tart, it's juicy, and it is lightly herbed.
Okay,
Now, guys, I'm
a
just
giant disaster here.
What's new?
What's going on?
Guys,
What is
look
going
it.
on?
We're just eyeballing things. We're gonna make the sauce and we're gonna taste as we go, okay? There's mustard in there, there's mayo, there is a horseradish. That ain't done. Oh yeah, and the actual garlic. And then I'm gonna get in there with some green onion. This is like green onion season, baby. Mine are starting to pop in the garden.
Yeah, okay, so
Even though it's been cold.
FYI, if you don't like onion, and I know there's some weirdos out there that don't.
Look, if you don't like onion, you don't have a right to be here today.
No,
okay?
oh my goodness.
Why'd you click this vid? It says onion 4x4. Get out of this vid.
You know how some people are like, I picked the onions out. Well, then you're gonna have to pick out the whole potato salad because they're on they're mixing and mingling throughout the
I
sauce.
find that rude. When I start seeing people rooting around and stuff and they're picking out, like, no.
I know. I'm like, I've expertly prepared this.
Exactly.
All the ingredients are cohesive. Okay, so we're gonna get our grill pan, our vegetable pan. We're gonna put it on the grill.
Oh my goodness. Can you smell that?
Can I smell the dogs? Yeah,
the Smokies are smoking,
like,
guys.
Buddy, how did you do that fast?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I didn't mean to go that fast.
Okay, so we're
We
gonna
got Diana on the show. She's saying, I am in onion heaven. Okay, so we have an onion fan in the house. Diana, we're happy that you're here. Steve is saying, wait a minute. There are people that don't like onions?
Yeah, I know.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Who doesn't like onions?
I don't get it, Steve.
If you don't like onions, are you going to be brave enough now to admit this today to us right here and now?
All right, so we've got some of the onions going down, and then we're going to put the rest in the vegetable pan. And I like the combination of both because I feel like it gives you just a little bit of a different texture. Because the whole onion gets a little bit soft on the inside and like a little bit succulent and melted, whereas the ones in the pan get crunchy and crispy.
And you guys, you know
Okay,
what I'm hearing? You know what I'm hearing from that? Someone messed up and someone's trying to justify what she did.
No, she didn't.
Yeah.
No.
That is what's
I don't know why
happening.
I'm talking so high.
That's the pure sign right there.
All right, Fritz Frank coming at us with a super chat for my birthday. Thanks, Fritz Frank. That's extremely
Fritz
sweet.
Frank,
of
you're
you.
so sweet. Thank you so much.
The big 37,
guys, as you know, all the super chats go right directly back into the show, making it special for you guys.
Yes.
Uncle Chico saying, ever char the onions first? That's what we're doing, Uncle Chico. The man knows. The man knows his way around a grill.
Yeah, and especially if you were using, I know Uncle Chico is obviously a big fan of the kettle. Onions with the skin on, thrown right down in those coals.
Charcoal,
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Diana's saying, I don't understand people who don't love onions.
Diana, you're
neither.
speaking my language. I don't either. I personally don't get that. Okay, so we've got green onions going in. These are going to go directly into the potato
we got
salad.
Some birthday love coming at Kiki.
Thanks, guys.
That's oh my goodness,
sweet.
Instant incredible aroma back there.
On the onions?
Yes.
Yep.
Now, guys, I just added some green onions to this Trash Panda sauce, and I also like to call this a fridge clear out sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had some green onions hanging out in the fridge, so that's why we throw them in there. We also had a few little remnant pickles. I'm never going to get mad at a sauce that has pickles in it.
No, me neither.
And I'm talking garlic dills. You know how like I've seen like dill pickles that are like low garlic? I'm like, I ain't got time for that.
What do you got against a sweet gherkin?
Buddy, you don't really like a sweet gherkin.
Since when do I not like a sweet gherkin?
That's reminding me of Dirty Dancing.
Why? I don't even remember that part.
He said he offers I forget his name, but he offers baby a sweet gherkin.
I like a sweet gherkin.
Remember when they go looking in the kitchen?
I've never once told you I don't like a sweet gherkin.
I thought you didn't. I thought you were more of a savory gal.
They would be good in here. I would be okay with it. Okay, cooked taters. These have been cooked for like 10 to 12 minutes. You want them fork tender, but you're not making mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Just a little tip. I don't like it. I can't stand a potato salad that is just potatoes mashed into a big cold mashed potato clump. I still want to see taters in a tater salad.
Yeah, but I do like the velvetyness, the creaminess of a tater. Yes, don't tell me no. I will govern my tater salad the way that I see fit.
Well, don't serve it to me, pal.
You know, and I will, and I
this?
have. And why do I want this?
Want this for your trash can this time?
Okay,
There's
okay.
some.
I'm liking that you're offering me a touch of stem. Okay,
Yes.
a touch of stem.
Well, I have to pay attention.
If you chop it down fine enough, a touch of stem goes a long way. Now we have a lot of birthday love coming in for our girl Key.
Thanks,
Kathy
guys.
saying happy birthday, Kiki. Evil Llama throwing out a $20 super chat, all caps, saying happy birthday. No one is putting up Key's age. Did you share your age?
I already did.
She's
Evil
20.
Llama.
She's the big oh, I thought I was gonna say 27. In my mind, you're 27, pal.
Yesterday, the guy that came to deliver the fridge asked me if I saw the 90s.
What?
He was like, you weren't alive in the 90s. I was like, first of all, super flattering. But I was like, what? Are you kidding? I was like, yeah, I was. And then he looked like he didn't believe me. I'm
Alive
like,
in the 90s? I wouldn't go that far, pal.
I know. I even was like, that's a stretch. Okay, so fresh parsley, we're adding quite a bit. and it's going to go directly into the potato salad. You want to add it to the dressing, add it to the dressing. You want to add it to directly into the bowl, whatever you want to do.
Saucy Rossi. Fridge guy's running some game. Yeah, I bet he was, guys. Did you
fridge
have on shorts? Have you
did-
seen this girl in shorts?
What?
Yeah, yeah.
The fridge guy, I'll tell
I'd
you
run
this.
game on you too, pal. If I
Oh,
wasn't expecting you and you opened the door and I saw you in your shorts, I'd be like, dang, that girl's cute.
Buddy,
I would.
the fridge guy actually wiped out part of my maple tree because the fridge was standing upright and he drove right through it and it was like, and then I looked up and half the maple tree was gone. I was like, buddy, is this your first day in the job?
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
Gary.
Okay, Gary,
Guys.
Gary Wilson coming in with birthday super chats. You guys are
Guys.
super sweet.
Guys.
Guys, you're adorable.
Thanks, guys. That's very sweet of you.
All right,
Completely
guys.
unnecessary, but very nice
Yes,
of
you guys are adorable. I'm going to start chopping up some onions to go into this trash panda sauce because it ain't a trash panda sauce without an olive in there.
No.
When I say onion, I meant olive. But we also got to check on what's going underneath the grill lid here. Okay.
Oh,
Look at
those look
these.
good.
Look at these dogs, guys. This is why we cross hatch. I'm sorry, that green or that nice charred look right there. That is extra flavor that you wouldn't have been able to achieve if you didn't do that.
Buddy, I'm honestly mystified that you did that quickly. I didn't see you even do one dog. I was looking down and I missed the entire process.
Look, I ain't gonna ever frown at Kiki giving me a compliment. I will take it any day.
That's Flirty Murdy's secret talent, cross-hatching dogs.
Okay, look, this one, guys, this is also good to learn the hot spots of your grill. She seems to be a little bit lighter here. We're just gonna move this weenie back into place.
You got to
And
move
get
your
the
weenie
lid down.
sometimes.
Sometimes you just got to play with the weenies, move them around, toss them around a
Sometimes
bit.
sometimes your weenie's not sitting right and you got to adjust it. Yeah. Temp, you speaking my language?
All right, guys, I'm going to get chopping on our olives. Now, I don't think you can have too many pickled elements in a sauce that is going on a cheddar cheese weenie.
No, I don't think you can either.
You can't.
It's all about the condiments.
Yep.
Eva Llama hitting us with it. That's what she said. All right,
Yep.
now
Love it.
I'm glad I didn't put away my cutting board because I still got to chop some garlic myself. We're going to start the dressing for this salad, and it's a very simple dressing that starts with some tahini. If you've never made a dressing with tahini, all tahini is a paste made of sesame seeds. So if you can find it in most any grocery stores now, and the reason why I love it is because the dressing then becomes dairy-free and egg-free. So if you're taking this to like a barbecue of some kind, we all know there's that one person who can't have dairy or eggs or something, and this is really great to take there because then it can accommodate everybody, and it ends up being really creamy.
Guys, we hit you guys 2 weeks in a row with some dogs, with some weenies, with some sausages, whatever you want to call it. People are noticing the weenie talk. In particular, I'm looking at CJ, okay? He's saying sometimes you just got to adjust those weenies. Look, he's being dirty, but the man speaks the truth, okay? He's right.
Are you surprised it's CJ that's mentioning the weenies?
No, not for 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm going to keep going with our trash panda sauce. And guys, as we're going, we're going to adjust as we go because right now it's looking a little hot and heavy with the chunky ingredients. If we need to add a little bit more mustard, I ain't going to ever be mad at some more mustard. Who's with me?
Yeah,
I
buddy.
know some people are.
Yeah, buddy.
I know some people can be anti-mustard, but
What?
like what? I know. What is wrong with you?
Who?
I don't know. I don't know,
not.
but I've heard some people are anti-mustard. There's a lot of like ketchup hate too you see out there.
Ketchup. If you're gonna, ketchup. I like ketchup, but I don't like to use it because I'm not trying to like just add pure sugar to my food.
I was gonna say I know that like ketchup is good, but you know the type of people that like put ketchup on everything.
Yeah.
Like you sit down to the table and like you're making a shepherd's pie, and then all of a sudden someone's like, "Where's the ketchup?" And you're like, that doesn't go with the shepherd's pie. Why would that be on the table?
That's an actual story. My father-in-law did that.
Okay,
That's where she
buddy,
got that.
as I was saying it, I'm like, don't tell on me.
I know. I keep forgetting this is an after dark too.
Yeah, be quiet, buddy.
All right. Okay, we got our lemons juiced. If you want to use a zest, go right ahead. I didn't feel like doing that today. We're gonna, does this even need a strainer? No, there's no seeds in there. We're gonna add the juice in. Now that's not our only source of acid we're using. We're also gonna go in with a little white wine vin because I personally feel like a double acid gives a je ne sais quoi.
I love a white wine vinegar. You know, who first introduced me to a champagne vinegar?
Barbecue Mama?
Nope.
Me?
Love Barbecue Mama? No.
Me?
Shout out to our buddy Rob Rainford, who was on the show a couple weeks ago. He always used to cook with champagne vinegar. And I remember back then in the early 2000s being like, ooh, champagne vinegar? It is a game changer.
I love any kind of vinegar.
Yeah. All right, guys, check this out. This sauce is there, man. You don't need to add anything else to your weenie. Okay, it's looking a little bit, I'm gonna go to Keys Camp for a second. Check this out.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Look at that. The texture, that thing's good. That eats like a meal, even just that.
Okay, Barbecue Bob is saying acid.
Hey, Barbecue Bob.
Hey, Barbecue Bob, how are you? Yeah, acid is the flavor that people often forget when they're making food. Everybody knows that you got to make it balanced with the sweet and the salty and the savory. But if you add a little bit of an acid, so like a vinegar of any kind, some lemon juice, orange juice, that really takes dressings to the next level. I like the combination of both of them.
Guys, give it to me. Check this out. We're at the grill. Let me see what's happening here. This is why we do the cross hatching, guys. Look at that. When you put this on the bun and you add your sauce, the sauce is going to get in all of the nooks and crannies. Okay, so if people are like, yeah, but why would you even do it? It's Texture City. Now, I'm also going to switch tongs, see what's going on. No, see, these are not ready to be turned. They're sticking to the grill. They're not ready, but we're going to keep an eye on those so that they don't over crisp up. Give these onions a little toss about.
Thanks for watching my onions, honey.
You know what? Between the two methods, I much rather go for the veg basket.
Yeah.
If I was doing that, it's like you dice them up, you throw them in the basket, then you don't need to worry about stuff falling between the grill.
Me too, honey. I completely agree. I was never a fan of those before, but since we got that one, I've been using it with so many things, and it takes the pressure off.
Agreed.
Because I'm always worried about things falling through the grill grates.
Now, if you were ever wondering what is the benefit of cooking at the grill studio, it is what I'm doing right here. Okay, instantly clean. Get it on the floor. Get it on the ground.
I've tried to discourage her from doing that. She's not listening.
If anything, that makes me want to do it more. Right.
I've learned.
All right, guys, who is ready to wet their whistle? Cheers to the weekend. Flirty Murdy edition, boozing with Maddie.
I am.
I'm ready too. I'm going to actually go over to our new fridge and get out a cold beverage. Guys, It feels magical.
And it's going to feel a lot more magical when the summer heat hits and we want to wet our whistles with just like an ice, like anything ice, like a sparkling water or something.
We have our cold soda in there.
Yes.
We have cold soda in there.
Okay, before you get started, check out my dressing though. So this is what I mean. When you use tahini, you get a nice, rich, creamy dressing that is higher in protein because let's face it, those gains ain't going to get themselves. And it's got no ingredients in it that like certain people can't have. Milk, dairy, whatever. Still nice and creamy, big on the flavor. Very easy to make.
I'm there, man. You didn't need to convince me. I love a tahini.
Yeah, I love it. I'm down with a tahini. Now I've made a giant mess. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. The dressing is going on the taters. The thing about a good tater salad is you got to let this hang out.
Guys, frost your glasses, people. Look at how incredible that looks. That looks like a white glass, but that is just a glass that has had ice in it and thrown into the freezer. That's a summertime game changer.
That looks nice.
What we're making today is called a 60-minute man. I saw this online and I was like, I'm going to bring this to the group. And we know what's going to happen, okay? Some of the comments are going to be made.
I don't feel like I didn't even need to make the comments.
Yeah. I just got that right off the top. I just got that out of the way, okay? It's called
Did you invent this?
60-minute man. No, I saw it online. I love me some gin. I love me some beer. Particularly, I'm a Coors Light gal sometimes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going for just like your everyday beer, actually, I'm actually more of a PBR girl.
I know.
I want to hear in the comments who's into PBR. Coors Light, second best thing.
Question.
Actually, sorry, it goes PBR, Old Milwaukee, then Coors Light. Give it
Now
to
that we've experienced everything that Mert likes to drink, I have a question.
Look, there's a lot more than that.
Is that the one where the mountains go blue?
Yes.
Holy
Nailed it.
advertising.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know. I don't even drink, guys, and
Okay.
that's in there.
Evo Llama is saying yuck. Evo Llama, what's your brew of choice? Okay. And I'm not talking about IPAs or craft beers. That's also one of my go-tos. But sometimes you just got to go for a nice, cool, crisp lager. We got Valentin in the house saying, happy birthday, Kiki. How does everybody know it's Kiki's birthday?
I don't know. I do my best to try to hide that because I'm not a big
Yeah, we're
birthday
not
person.
huge birthday girls, but you guys are so sweet.
Thank you guys very
Tom
much.
is saying, I thought Maddie liked beer. She's not listing anything. Yes, CJ Miller High Life too. And I will admit, I only like that one because of the clear bottle. It's the bottle that I always go to, I feel like. More than even like a Corona.
I saw Diana said,
Bose.
yeah, Bose Lug
Also
Tread.
another great one.
When I drank, I like that one, Diana. That is a good one.
Okay, Barbecue Jones, that's Gary saying, I kind of like Pacifico. I'm not sure if I know that one, Gary. Okay, yes, Mike Bierman, he's saying needs more Screech, Newfoundland rum. I think I have some Screech at home. So Mike Bierman, I will make a Screech cocktail for you, buddy. Okay, Marianne is saying, I'm having a Bud Light lime beer. Another great one. Okay, guys, we need to look at top 20 beers, okay? She said, but I did just buy a case of Coors Light. Kathy is saying those mountains better be real blue for me because Kathy's a Coors Light gal. So she likes it cold, cold, cold.
I think that's a really genius advertising technique that they've done there with
It's
the
very
blue
cool.
mountains. Very cool.
Guys, I'm going in with a shot of gin, okay? This is like going to take this little 4% beer. I think this is 4%. It's going to take it to the next level, okay? We're going in with a shot of gin.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then that's just going to pair perfectly with the beer. It's going to add a little bit of je ne sais quoi. We're going to add our Coors Light just right on top of there. And we also are going to add some lemon juice. But before we do that, has anyone seen one of these before? We've used this on the show before. This is called a channel knife. And it has two different channels that you can carve out some zest. So we're going to actually go with that one, or you could use that one to carve out like little stringy pieces of zest. But I'm going to try and get a nice, solid, long piece of zest.
Let's see if you can do it.
Look, so you're just going to like oh, this is actually quite easy.
Oh.
I usually do this with limes and it's a little bit hard with the lime.
Get your eyes out of the way.
Yeah. Oh, can you guys see
I can
that?
see that.
She be spritzing.
Uh-oh.
She be spritzing. Ooh, Fred Bray, he's saying a Modelo. Yes, that's such a summertime good one. Also, cute little bottle. Little
Good
stubby
job,
bottle.
buddy.
Yeah, what is
doing
happening here? This is the
Matt, can you
longest.
speed it up a bit? My drink's getting warm.
Oh,
I can see it melting.
Look,
keep
I'm
coming off the temp.
impressed. Guys, this is the longest I've ever done this. What
Yeah,
is
what?
happening?
You're like, this is a real 60-minute man.
This is longer than some 60-minute men.
Oh, no. The temp's dying at 60-minute man.
Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there because the temp wants to, he's parched.
That could have kept
Look,
going.
that wasn't supposed to be that long. I don't know what's happening here.
Where's that going to fit?
I don't even know. Okay, technically,
Uh-oh.
what we're supposed to be doing here is like wrapping this around our little pick here and then making a little twist, but this is like too long for that.
Cool.
Guys, I got myself into a little pickle here being like overzealous with the channel knife.
Just toss her in, bud.
Okay, yeah, actually, because like, let's not waste this. Look, we got some little curl action right here, but let's not waste this. We'll put the curl on top and we're just gonna put that into, ooh, that looks good.
Let me see.
Guys, happy accident.
That looks really good.
Okay, we're gonna also just,
Why are we talking like this?
we're also just gonna put in a little bit of juice. And this is supposed to also have simple syrup in here, but none of us here like overly sweet. And the gin is going to give it enough sweetness. So we don't need simple syrup in there. We're just going to go in with a little spritz of lime or of our lemon. Top it up with our Coors Light. And here we go. Here's our metal straw. Okay, that ice is really formed down there. So this
Maybe
is
because of the glass.
this is a cocktail that is going to be like all beer, then all of a sudden it's going to be gin. So let me just try and get in there and give this a little bit of a taste for you
5 o'clock
guys.
somewhere, everybody.
Yeah, okay, guys, let's rate. I almost dove in there. We got to raise our glasses. It is
Flirty
weekend.
Murdy.
I want to try this, okay? Don't really hit this because I feel like this could crack.
Cheers to the weekend, everybody.
Cheers to the weekend, guys. We want to know what you guys are all drinking.
Don't forget to hydrate as well. If you're drinking one of those, try to drink some of this. Is it so nice?
Oh my goodness.
Give me the flavors.
The gin paired with the beer, it's an unexpected twist. Very light on the juniper because that's what gin gives it. But with the lemon, it just cuts all the flavors together in the best possible way.
Are you supposed to eat that thing or what are you supposed to do with it?
It wasn't supposed to be that long, pal. Okay? I didn't mean to do that. I was just too good at that, okay, guys? But this is definitely something that I feel like I'm going to be making a lot this summer on a hot, hot day, which is not today. It's cold.
Yeah, it'll warm up though. All right.
All right, I'm going to give this to the temp.
What's it called again?
Although I don't.
60
60-minute man.
I'll be
Temper
done
with
that
60
thing in 60 seconds.
I was just going to say, are you a 60-second man?
Oh, no, 60. No, is it 60-minute or 60-second? I can't remember, but temp, this ain't going to take you long.
All right.
Okay, let's just top you up.
Okay, I'm
Let's
going to
just
get
top
our
you up.
onions out of the grill. In a perfect world, if we were making this live, I would really like to give them some more time, let them get a little more caramelized. But we're going to make it happen for you because we don't have all the time in the world. So we're going to pull them a little bit early. I am going to leave the whole onion on the grill to continue, but I will take off the onions that are in the grill pan.
Okay, and as Kiki does that, can we just feast our eyes on what's happening here? Guys, if you want, you know how people are always looking for like ways to impress their guests?
Yeah.
If you want to serve up something economical, because right now everything is insane in the grocery stores, if you want to throw some cheddar weenies at your guests and you want to take it to the next level by doing the crosshatch, people
That's really good.
You like it?
Yeah, I think that's phenomenal. That's a keeper.
Buddy.
People are going to love that. Yeah,
Buddy.
yeah. That's a yeah, buddy.
That is, yeah, buddy.
Yep.
Okay, look at this. Look at this. Everybody look at me. How good does that look?
Okay, but you know why that's good?
Why?
You know what is the genius move here?
The onions?
No, the onions.
Multi
but
layers of onions?
guys, the temperature of the onions going into that bowl, the hot, because they're like scalding hot right from the grill, the potatoes are going to absorb all of that oniony flavor. And that's just going to be so delectable.
Amen, sister.
HT
Now-
hitting us with those are beautiful weenies.
Thanks, HT. Although I don't know why I'm taking credit for them. Now, we're at the last onion. Here's the
Bonus onion.
This is the bonus onion because we've already hit 4 types of onion. This last type of onion is crucial, though. You cannot skip this type of onion. We're going in with some crispy fried onions right over the top.
If you want to talk about game changer, that's a game changer. However, I will tell you guys, do not add those too far out into eating. You want to add those like when you're about to eat because they will get wilty. So honey, give us the flavors. Key's going to go in there. And then I don't see a bun. I ain't need a bun for this. Okay. I ain't be needed a bun.
No,
for
I
this.
wanted
I'm
you
just
to
gonna
try
go right
this.
in.
I
So
didn't
you go into that. I will go into the dog.
But I wanted you to try this.
I am having that for lunch. You go that, and then I'm going into the dog. HT saying awesome looking salad. And Diana, we did get these at the superstore, so you can find them there.
That sounds so good.
Evil Llama yelling out a raw dog is the flavors.
It's creamy. It's crunchy.
Okay, I just had my hands over all of these.
So
Sorry,
you're really
everybody.
touching a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, sorry.
This salad hits on all levels. You've got the nice herbaceous punch from the parsley.
Ooh,
you're losing some sauce there, man.
Yep. Okay, I'm raw dogging it for Evil Llama.
All right. Crispiness on the onions, absolutely mandatory. If you haven't had onion times 4, you ain't living.
Times 5.
Times 5, technically. Now, how's that cheddar dog working for you?
HT, oh no, Maddie, what did I say?
You probably are just awing a hot dog, and he's probably just that. just going in on a hot dog. I think it's just that and that alone.
Okay, you don't have the whole point of eating a weenie or a smoky, whatever you want to call these, is that crunchy skin.
Yeah.
But when it's been charred and crosshatched, guys, come on.
Sometimes I feel like a bun gets in the way of eating a dog. It's like too much.
Guys, make yourself this trash panda sauce too, okay? Just gather some items from your fridge, throw them in a sauce, Add a creamy element, add a Dijon or a mustard. You got it. Now, guys, I cannot believe we are at time. I honestly do not know where the hour goes here.
Well, the onions are still there.
I think HT saying it's important we end the show right here. Something's going off the rails. How else do you eat this?
Okay, but then when those onions come off, slice them up, add them in. You could also, another way to serve this is to use those onions as like a vessel and put the potato salad in it.
Love it. Kathy's saying, yep, this is a potato salad. I would love, because Kathy said she ain't a huge potato salad fan, and even Kathy's saying she would give it a try.
Yes, Kathy. That makes
It's
me so
because she's a
happy.
barbecue gal. It's a barbecue potato salad. Guys, what else do you want? Okay.
Don't be making out after this one, though. It is extremely oniony.
Bring the breath mints to the party, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Gary, yes, we are having After Dark. If people haven't received the link, I don't know what the heck's happening, okay? Because I sent it earlier, but let us know if you haven't received it, because we are doing After Dark. I emailed it, Gary, so check your email, check your spam.
Hopefully we'll see you there, Gary. If not, Flirty Murdy will get it. So she'll try to make it so everybody can get it.
But thank you guys so much for being here with us. We will see you guys back here, same time, same place next Friday.
Yes. Have
Bye,
a great
everybody.
weekend, guys.
We love you guys. Bye, barbecue family.
Bye.